that parents can work on that and improving memory?
And that's a great question, because memory is, it's essential to learning, right? If we don't want things to just go in one ear and out the other, we need to have some way of retaining the information. And our brains are such amazing organs that God has just made to store amazing quantities of information, and not just dry, bland facts, but really useful pieces of living knowledge and experiences.
Right, exactly.
So one of the things that I really enjoyed learning about as I was doing the research for the book was the importance of connecting with our prior knowledge. So whenever we're learning a new fact, we don't come to this new fact as a blank slate, right? We haven't been a blank slate since we were a baby. Everybody is bringing context and some amount of prior knowledge to whatever the material is. And one of the best things that we can do to help our kids really understand the new material is to help them see how they have seen this material in action in the past. So what are the things that they can connect this to that they already understand?
Right.
Because when you're learning, it's like, imagine you've got this filing cabinet that is your brain, and you're pulling out a file and you open it up and you're wanting to put new information in there. Like that's the goal. We're trying to add to this filing cabinet.
Yes.
But that file folder has other bits and pieces of information. And part of the process of learning is figuring out which of these many different file folders does this new piece of information need to go into.
Exactly.
So when you help connect your material to something that they already know, you're doing them a great service, because you're making it easier for them to find the right index entry, to find the right file folder to put the new information in. And the beautiful thing about that is that when you open that file folder in your mind to put the new information in, you're also reviewing everything that's already in there.
Yes.
And that helps make those connections so much stronger. And this process is called elaborative rehearsal. So when you go in and you're connecting to prior learning and you're adding new information and you're going over how this new piece connects to the old piece, you're elaborating. It's not just, reviewing and saying these facts over and over again. That's a kind of rehearsal, but the elaborative is building new, deeper connections and showing how all this works together.
Right.
And that leads to something that we call free recall. So there's two kinds of recall. There's free recall and there's cued recall. So if I were to tell you in 1492, you would respond with, Columbus sailed the ocean blue. Like
which I never remembered.
or one of those other real common ones is, the mitochondria is the what? And the answer is, it's the powerhouse of the cell. So we get these rote facts that we put in our heads. And when I give you the first half, that's your cue to give me the second half. So that's cued recall. Now, cued recall is useful in certain situations, like multiplication tables. That's a cued recall that you want to build. But if I want to really find out, how much do you know about Christopher Columbus? Or how much do you know about mitochondria? Then just giving you that cue isn't really a good assessment of your knowledge.
Right, because it's just a continuation of the little bit of information.
Exactly. It's just, how well do you know that one cue?
Right.
Free recall is, so tell me about mitochondria. And everything that comes after that, and that whole conversation that's about to, erupt out of you after having studied mitochondria, is your free recall. And when you have something in free recall, that's how you know you have it. That's how you know it's really made it in.
Because you can open all those different folders and bring it all